If you are using any of these LLMs when it comes to OpenAI, Anthropic, OpenClaw, Hermes, whatever it is that you're using right now, you notice that each session, say if you go from Claude to ChatGPT, you're not going to have the same context like you did before. You're not going to have the same memory stacked inside unless you have it inside of the Obsidian and you connect your Claude code to it and then you talk it that way. A lot of people don't realize that there's a way you can always have your memory travel wherever you go, wherever platform you decide to use. If you decide to use Codex one day, then switch back to Claude Code, you're not going to have the same memory. You're not going to have the same brain, essentially. And in this video, I want to show you guys how to manually, locally set up something called an Openbrain. This is a personal memory layer for AI. This was coined by the one and only Nate B. Jones. I highly recommend you go check out his channel and his work if you haven't already. He makes videos daily on just AI and things that are going on in this space. But something that's been really saving me with my time in these past few months when it comes to learning about AI and the new tools that are right in front of us is that I'm always constantly going to have to remind the AI on what my mission is, what I'm trying to do. And essentially, Openbrain is a tool that lets you capture your thoughts, decisions, ideas, notes in a searchable knowledge base that any AI like Claude can read from and write to. Instead of re-explaining context every time you start a new chat, Openbrain acts as a persistent memory across all conversations. And this tool is something that 95% of people are actually not using right now and still decide not to use. A lot of people are setting up their Obsidian, but if you really think about it, you'd have to open your Obsidian every single second, update it, make sure it, you know the stack on how to do it, the technical stack. Instead, with Openbrain, you're just using your natural language, just like how you type in a chat bot. You're just typing in your thoughts and then it'll capture it and save it. And whenever you bring up those keywords, then it's gonna bring up whatever context you left it. So for an example, if I was in Claude Code, I made an example for this video. I said, I am planning on making videos on Openbrain. Save the idea that I'm doing that inside my Openbrain. And then Claude Code does what it does. It's called Openbrain. Called it through an MCC that I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set up. And then it saves it into my Openbrain, which I'm going to show you exactly where you're going to be saving that and things like that. And you can see right there, it left the keywords Openbrain, video series, or content creation. So whenever I brought up those keywords to my AI chatbot, it'll automatically bring that up. And if you didn't want it to bring that up, say if you're doing some work and you don't actually want to bring that context up, then you can just disable it. It's extremely useful. I'm surprised not a lot of people are not using it still. But yeah, in my Claude session, I just said, bring up my notes from the video series in Openbrain. And instantly, it just brought up the thoughts that I left inside of my Claude session. So if I had a huge Claude session, say I just had a whole planned out, and then I'd have to take off my computer, my laptop, and just be like, all right, cool. It's not going to have the same context. Unless I saved it in that .md file or markdown file, it's not going to have the context. But simply uploading it to a database and then just bringing it up anywhere, my laptop, on my phone, anywhere, say if I want to use ChatGPT because I heard the new model is way better, I can bring all that context right there without me re-explaining everything. That's the power of Openbrain, and a lot of people are not using it. So, like I said, it could be connected to all of these. OpenClaw, Obsidian, Gemini, ChatGPT, Anthropic, name it. Nate B. Jones has left a Git repo. If you don't know what that is, a GitHub repo is basically a cloud that allows you to download the code for this and then just locally install into your computer. It's going to be a link in the description. In this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set this up. Before I do that though, I want to break down some use cases for anyone that, may be wondering exactly how much potential this could have. And this is personal use cases. So I've been using this for about 3 months, 2 months now. And man, it's amazing. Number one, client and relationship context. Remembering the details of every client relationship is nearly impossible to keep track of, even if it's automated. Say if you use Google Sheets or an Airtable to keep your thoughts, you're still gonna always need to look for the thought, With Openbrain, you can store those notes like the marketing director at company X is skeptical about automation, but responds with well to ROI-focused pitches, and have your AI surface that context before a call or when drafting a proposal. This makes every client interaction feel more informed and personalized. So If you know something about your client that you don't want your AI to do, and it'll easily just forget, or you just forgot to give it context, now it has the context. Number 2, creative and idea capture. Great ideas often strike at inconvenient moments. Say if you're at the gym, I get those ideas all the times at the gym. It just pops up out of nowhere, but it also disappears just as fast. With Openbrain, you can quickly log something like build a weekly digest tool that summarizes your saved articles into a Monday morning briefing before it slips away. And later on, your AI can contact the idea to related thoughts, and you've captured, helping you develop it further. This is stupid useful. I've been using this all the time. And then the obvious one is learning the skill. If you're actively learning something like a new tool, framework, or skill, this basically just allows you just to always remember things. If you're learning something new, this is just A1 for 100%. So yeah, those are the quick use cases. And now I'm just going to show you guys exactly how to set this up. I'm just going to be following the GitHub repo that Nate has left. It's going to be in the description, like I said before. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this. It's just basically just plugging in a bunch of stuff, getting a few tools, and then connecting them together. Not much, but just going to show you guys exactly how to set that up right now. So the two tools you're going to be wanting is Superbase and OpenRouter. Superbase is where you're going to be keeping your database. This is just all your thoughts, where it's going to live. Completely free. You can go sign up right now and then create a project. And the other thing is OpenRouter. OpenRouter basically allows you to use any LLM from any website using API credits, which only you need to put $5 in. So if you got $5 to spare, you can just use that, and it lasts for a long time because it goes through cents. It doesn't actually, use up $1. So you're basically straight for a long time. So yeah, all you're going to do is sign up and then click on get API key and just generate a new key in the top right. We're not in that part right now. I'm just showing you how simple it is. You can see right now, I saved something to my Openbrain and it was 0.014 cents. So that's just the reality of how cheap this thing is. And the last thing is a credential tracker. Now we are going to be doing this in a terminal, so there is a few more things that you're going to have to download, but they're going to all be like locally into your computer. This last thing is the credential tracker, which is basically where you're going to be keeping all of your passwords, your credentials to logging into things. And obviously you want to keep this safe, away from everyone, not show anybody your passwords, anything like that. Once you download this and then go to your Google Sheets, create a blank spreadsheet, open it up, go ahead and upload the new credential tracker that you just got brought. And it should look like something like this when you first open it up. Now, most of these steps are automated. As soon as you plug in, say, an email inside of here, some of these things over here are also going to be automated along with your key and other things that you add. So, for example, once you put your OpenRouter email or your MCP key, it's also going to connect to these things right here, and they're all going to be automated once you fill in those credentials. So as soon as all these are done, that's when you can really start to connect your Openbrain. You're only going to need those 3 things. So step 1 will be going to Superbase and signing up. GitHub log. You can do GitHub if you have it. It'll be the fastest. Click on new project in the dashboard. Pick a new organization. Set a project name. Generate a strong database password. And then you're going to paste it into the credential tracker. And that's the first thing we're going to do. So in Superbase, go ahead and start your project. I have none, so I'm just going to name mine rayrack.dev or /dev, or not /dash. And free plan, completely free. There we go. You can name the project name whatever. The password, that's where you want to start creating your own password. Go ahead and copy that password and go back to your credential tracker. I'll put in my email there, put on the Superbase account password. Don't get that confused from the password that you just put in to create your project. The database password is what we just copied. So put that in, and then project ref is when you run your project and create it. So boom, my project has been created. And this right here, this is your project ref. And that you're going to copy into here. Random string from dashboard URL. And as you can see, automatically, it has made you a new URL that is going to be basically your MCP server that you're going to connect later on. Next, you're going to grab your secret key. Go ahead to project settings. API keys, and then scroll down until you see secret keys. This is going to be your secret key right here. Copy it and then paste it into your Supabase. Into your credential tracker, my fault. And then boom. Now just go down the list. Now you're going to be doing your open router. I'm going to be using the same account that I use in my personal account. I'm just going to create a new key so it doesn't use my personal account key. But name it whatever you want. And then that's all you have to do, just create. And then here's your new key. You can copy it. And then you're just going to plug it in here where it says open router key along with your email. It's going to be using this later on to connect everything together. So make sure it's all correct. Now inside your open router account, make sure there's actually money like I said before. You can do that by simply go to your open router and add the credits. You do that by simply going to credits below and then just adding it here. And you can see right here, I've only lost a cent. I've only lost a cent from using this. And I've been using this for about 2-3 months now. So yeah, you can see right here, March 21st, $5. It's only, that's actually, I haven't even checked here for a while. And the fact that it's only used a cent is insane. Safe to say this is lasting you a lifetime. But yeah, go ahead and add your $5 to your credits. And that is step 1 completed. Now for step 2 is your database. We're going to be setting it up now. First thing is you're going to be connecting 4 SQL commands, and those are just commands, just code commands you're going to be connecting, pasted in at the same time, at one at a time, sorry. This creates your storage table, your search function, your security policy, and the permissions needed for the server to read and write data. So 2.1 in the left sidebar, database extensions, search for vector, and flip to PG vector on. Now, if you go to Supabase, you're going to see this right here. It's going to pop up. You're going to go to database right here. And then right here to extensions. This is when you're going to scroll and you're going to see all these. Yeah, this is where we're supposed to look for vector right here. But I told you to search it up, so I'll just search it up. Right there. And you're going to enable it. So, yep, just enable extension. And that's that. Flip PG vector on. Done. 2.2 in the left sidebar, go to SQL editor, new query, paste, and run. So it's now going to give us commands to paste into our Supabase SQL editor. So if you look for it right here, SQL editor, you are literally just going to paste in the command and click on run. Oh yeah. Also, you can enable RLS. That was part of our database enable things that we could have done, which I didn't see. You can go ahead and enable that. Now, when you're running, it should say success, no rows returned. Now, I will say this before all this. If you're on a Mac, it's going to be different, but they also left instructions for Mac users. This step alone is universal. Anyone can do it, but later on in this tutorial, you're going to see some things are meant for Windows, some things are meant for Mac. I'm pretty sure Linux is the same as well. They have the separate commands, but I'm pretty sure Linux is the same commands for Mac. I'm not too sure, but yeah. So yeah, each time you're going to have to see that right there. And there's a few that we're going to be connecting. So go ahead and click this plus sign, and it's going to open a new one. You're literally just going to be going down the list of all these SQL things. Like you said, there's 4 of them, 4 commands. So literally just go ahead and plug in 4 of these SQL commands. So we just did 2.2. The next one will be 2.3. As you can see, it says new query, paste and run. There we go. Success, no rows returned. Let's do the same here. It's going to go down. 2.4, copy, paste, run. Boom. Perfect. All 4 has been uploaded. Oh, there's another one. This step is required. Supabase is no longer grants full table permission to service role by default on new projects. Without this, your MCP server will return permission denied for table thoughts when trying to capture or search. So this might be new. I might have to do this later. But yeah, as you can see, I'm gonna add another one. Gotta have it. So yeah, since there's a new one, we have to add a extra layer SQL command. Just add a new one and paste it on. Simple enough. Just make sure it always says success. If you didn't, then you can run it through an AI and then tell the AI to fix whatever code it is and then plug it back in. A few times that happened to me, and I just did that and it worked fine. All right, so now you are done. And it says done when table editor shows thoughts table with columns, ID, context, editing, embedding, metadata, content, fingerprint, and etc. So if we actually go to, it says it right here, database and functions should also show this as well. So if we actually go over here and then go to table editor, you can see right here it says thoughts. We click on that, and this is where basically all our thoughts are going to be kept. And you can see all the things they just laid out is here, which is perfect. And then if we go to database, we should find this right here, which gives us a schema view of what's going to be happening here. So all your thoughts, all of it's going to be kept in here as you go on and add more to it. All right, so we're going to go to step 3 now. In the left sidebar, settings, API keys, you'll land on the publishable and secret API keys tab. Copy these into your credentials. So we're going back to the credential and we're going to be getting the API keys for this. Now, I actually ended up already doing this. I showed you guys how to get your API. So if you did it, then good job. But if you haven't yet, just go over here to project settings, like I said before, and then go to API keys. And if you scroll down to secret keys, that's where you're going to find it. Now, if you followed what I did earlier, then you should have already done step 3 for the this is where you're just going to be connecting the project URL like we already did, and the secret key. You should have followed that. If you didn't, go ahead and go back and go ahead and add those in. And then step 4, we actually already did as well. So after we got our open router stuff, we got those things done, and we were able to get those things to add it to the credential tracker. So step 3 and 4 should be completed for you. If you haven't, go ahead and do those things. Pretty simple. Now, step 5 is creating the access key. This is basically the magic for everything. This is when we're actually going to start using the terminal. So it says your MPC server will be on a public URL. The Superbase project ref in the URL is random enough that nobody will stumble onto it. But let's close the gap entirely. You'll generate a simple access key that the server checks on every request. It takes 30 seconds. So yeah, as I said, Mac and Linux, they're going to be different, or they're going to be the same but different from the Windows users like myself. We're going to open PowerShell and run this command right here. Type in PowerShell in your Windows app and just paste it in. Boom. Should reply with this long number. Copy the output. It should look like something like the long number, and paste it into your credential tracker under MCP access key. So I'm going to just copy this right here and paste it in my tracker. There we go. All set. And that's step 5 right there. Step 6 is deploy the MCP server. Now, this is where you're going to create a new project folder. You need a folder on the computer for this project. The Superbase CLI will put your server files in here, and you'll deploy it from this folder. So just create a new folder wherever your project's, either in a document, wherever it is, and then copy the path, open the folder in your file explorer, click the address bar at the top, and copy the path that appears. And then you're going to go to your terminal, open up PowerShell, and then paste in the path after you put in CD. So we'll go ahead and create a new folder. We'll just name it Openbrain 2, and there we go. And now we're going to right click and copy the path. So copy as path. Now in our PowerShell, we're going to type in CD and then just paste in the path right there. And now it's going to be basically in our new path for where we're going to be connecting Openbrain to. And it actually opened to the wrong path because I have something called OB2 already. Okay, yeah, as you can see, it connected here, which it wasn't supposed to. So maybe I'll just create a new name, Supabase 2. I'll do this one instead. There we go, Supabase 2. And then to confirm it, we're now gonna do get location. And as you can see, the path is set. Next would be setting. Next is the fun part, is installing the Supabase CLI. Now, if you don't have Scoop yet, which is basically something that allows you to download things, you're gonna have to download that first. I have it, but just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do this. Again, this is for Windows. For Mac and Linux, I'm pretty sure it's something different. But just go to your PowerShell and plug that in, paste anyway, and it should show up. Enter. Installing. Scoop is already installed, so yeah, it's not gonna work. But you can run Scoop update if you don't have it. I might as well do that just in case. Updates do not hurt. Well, sometimes they do, but it shouldn't hurt. Oh wow. Okay, these are updates. These are a lot of updates. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, Scoop updated successfully. Perfect. Now you're just gonna go down the list and plug all of these in. Then add the Supabase bucket. Scoop bucket, add Supabase github.com, Supabase scoop bucket.git. That's all you're gonna do. One Supabase bucket already exists, so mine already exists, so I don't have to do it. But now you're gonna install Supabase. And again, Supabase is installed here, but I'll just do it for the sake of this video. And then go ahead and verify if everything works by just typing in this. Now logging in, you now have to log into your Supabase account. So just do Supabase login. That's all you gotta say. All right, now press enter to open the browser. And since we have a new account, we're gonna be connecting our new account to this thing. You're gonna see we're gonna have to copy this and plug it into our, oh, I did it twice. But yeah, plug that verification code in. You are now logged in. Happy coding. Perfect. Now set up Supabase project and structure in your folder. Now we're gonna initialize everything. So type in Supabase init. It's gonna initialize the whole thing. A new version of CLI is available currently. The new one we recommend. I'll download that later. After that, we're gonna direct Supabase to where we want it to go. So get that command and paste it in. Right there, it should show up something like this. And this is when we're gonna start plugging in everything. So right here it says link your project, your Supabase project, replace project ref with your actual project ref. So this is Supabase link project ref, and then this is where you're gonna plug in your actual project ref, which is inside of your credentials tracker. So I'll just plug that in real quick. I'll erase this part. I'll go to my credential tracker. I'll look for my project ref. I'll copy it and I'll plug it in. Click enter, and there we go. All set up. Perfect. New version is available. Go ahead and download that version if you want to. I don't feel like it, so maybe we'll do that later. Now is the MCP access key. Set your access key from step 5. Supabase set MCP access key, and then your access key from step 5 goes here. So plug that in and then erase everything before the equal sign, and then go to your access key. Just copy it and plug it in. It's pretty simple, guys. I am not gonna lie. Plug that in. Boom, there we go. Finish Supabase secret set. Everything is setting up perfectly. Next is Open Router. You remember the Open Router? Yeah, we're gonna connect that as well. Go ahead, plug that in, erase this part before the equal sign, go to your credentials, go to your API key, copy it, go back, paste it in, enter, and you got it done. It's gonna keep on telling me it's gonna recommend me to, download this thing, which I'm not gonna do right now. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna do it later. Don't worry, I'll do it later. All right, we are literally almost done. Like already, we're almost done with this thing. So the next thing would just be connecting the MCP entirely. Once you have those done, 3 commands, run them all one at a time in order. This command for Superbase functions new Openbrain MCP, right? And when it does this, this is basically going to create something called Openbrain inside of your Superbase. You're going to see it pop up. It's going to be named Openbrain right there. So plug that in, create. It's going to ask you if you want to create it, generate VS Code, settings for Dino, Y or N. Go ahead and say Y. There we go. Oh yeah, it's going to tell it. All right, so we don't have to do that, but you can go ahead and do it if you want to. Download the server code after that. And it's going to flash some blue thing on your screen. Just know it worked. Once you see that little blue thing flash, now you're going to put the dependencies on there. Second. And you're just going to go down the list and plug all these in. The next one will be verifying everything works. So after that, if this doesn't work, that means you did something wrong. So just go ahead and see if it worked. And you'll see something that shows this. There we go. Yeah, so it should show something like this. And right here, it says if you see import J whatever and this command right here, which we see right here, then you should be all set. Now we're going to be deploying the Openbrain. This is moment of truth. You plug this in, import, and import did not work. Wow, that's actually interesting. Yeah, it doesn't even say import. Where did import come from? It might. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Superbase. When did it say import? Okay. We're gonna do this again. Oh, that's what I did. I copied this part instead of. Okay, yeah. That was me, guys. Sorry. And then yeah, there we go. Now it is done. So the next step says your MCP server is now live here. So this, and then replace the project ref with your actual one. So go ahead, open your URL, address bar, paste that in, erase this part, and then plug in your project ref from your credential tracker. So boom, go back, plug it in, and here it is. It should show something like this. Invalid key, missing key. That's exactly what you want to see. But copy this whole thing, and now you're going to plug this into your credential key. So scroll down and plug it into, or actually it should already show up automatically. I just forgot about that. It should show up automatically. The thing below 6.7, which is the step we're on, is going to be your actual key server. So copy that. And I don't know why in this, credentials telling me to replace it and everything like that, but all that's going to be automatically in your MCP connection URL. Now everything is literally going to work from this section, and nothing's going to pop up here, but just know it's working. All right, step 7. This is the moment of truth. Now you can plug this in to anywhere, your MCP on Cloud Code, Codex, any client that you want. And this is the power of this tool. So now I'm going to show you guys how to do this inside of Claude. Make sure you have your server URL with you. Inside your Claude, you're just going to want to go to settings and then just go to connectors real quick. You're going to scroll down until you see add custom connector. Name it whatever you want. I'm going to name mine Superbase, and then the MCP URL. Now this is the URL that was the last step that we did, along with the key. So you plug that in, click on add, and voila, it is added. I have 3 Openbrains. So 1, 2, and yeah, that's how it is. It's all done. So I'm gonna disconnect this from now. I'm not gonna remove it, but I'm just gonna disconnect it, and I'm now gonna test this out. I'm just gonna say capture the word Ray into my Openbrain. Oh, since I named it super base, I would have to say super base. Right? And oh wait, I actually have a super base tool connected. But okay, so this is good. It's telling me right here, oh yeah, there is one thing I totally forgot to tell you guys about. So you don't have to always ask for permission. It's always going to ask you permission to capture thoughts and things like that, which for now we'll do allow. But to make sure this never happens, go to settings and then go back to where you just connected your Openbrain. Click on it real quick. Go to configure, and this right here, just switch to always allow. And this as well, go ahead and switch to always allow. This way, it'll never start, asking you every single second to capture a thought. And then boom, done. Ray has now been saved into your super base as person-note. Perfect. Now, Claude Code is automatically connected to your Claude account. So whenever you use Claude Code, you can literally just ask it to pull up the Superbase account, and then you can always use it. This is extremely useful. So yeah, that is the whole tutorial. This is how to connect your Openbrain. And again, you can use this ChatGPT, any new model that comes out, and there's always a way to, if a new model comes out, you can connect this shit yourself. It's super useful. I've been using this for months now, like I said. And shout out to Nate B. Jones for leaving this for the public, because I still haven't come across a better tool than this. Memory is like the new hunger for everyone right now. So you are basically ahead of so many people if you're doing this, and you're going to be more proficient in your work. If this video helped you, I appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be uploading way more. I've been slacking, but here uploading now, so that's good. This was a longer video than I needed to make it. Hopefully next time it will be, less long. I'm not going to always have long videos like this, but just wanted to show you guys this. Very useful. I might be playing around and showing you guys different use cases in another video, just so you can get a real feel of how incredible this tool is.